Get Fit with Nick. Nick Childress joins us every Thursday around this time to talk about, of course, personal gym training and his one-on-one approach to making sure that the people who work with him get the very best and get serious about it. I mean, it's not just a fad. Am I correct?
Yeah. The way the body adapts is long-term. It takes time. And that's why most of my marketing is based on educating a client, because I appeal to clients that have an intelligence and foresight and long-term thinking, because a lot of times if you make a snap decision, oh, you're going to lose 50 pounds in a month and you're going to be ripped and you're going to be, just all these promises that aren't realistic and get somebody so ginned up that they get themselves locked into a contract, that motivation is going to last a few weeks until the reality sets in that this is something you need to do week after week, month after month. And that's why I've had a lot of success with the clients that I do have, because I gear towards people that have that long-term outlook.
And commitment, obviously. To
yeah, it's a big commitment. And it's not one that you always have to keep up. You don't always have to work out 3-4 times a week. You don't always have to be on a super strict meal. But during that weight loss phase, you do have to be. But the great thing about the body is that your metabolism adapts to what you're doing. This allows you not only to lose weight, but it also allows you to get back to a point where you can eat normally without always having to starve yourself.
Okay, so it's not the metabolism is not fixed in flab then.
No, it might appear to be, because when you diet, certain changes occur, and if you don't know how to fight those changes or undo those changes, you can think that you're just in a losing battle, that you're just born this way, that it doesn't matter what you do. And unfortunately, a lot of people that are overweight have gone through that with dieting, and they just kind of give up on it. But it's because there's not a real understanding of how the metabolism adapts.
Where does portion size fit into this, Nick? You talked about folks after the initial diet phase, or where you don't eat as much, then can get back to eating normally. But I would imagine that portion size still is very key, right?
It depends what you're eating. If you're eating something unhealthy, portion size is absolutely key.
Yeah.
Unless you're at the very tail end of a hard restriction, you can pretty much eat anything you want, just in certain amounts, slightly modified and that sort of thing. But if you're eating vegetables and lean meats, you can pretty much eat those until you're stuffed. And because vegetables are so little calorie for the volume of food, you can't almost... I mean, you can make yourself sick eating them and still not get enough calories for the day.
Are there any bad vegetables to eat?
I wouldn't say that they're bad, but there are some that are better than others.
Okay.
It's odd, because people will say, oh, is butter bad? Is olive oil bad? Is this or that? And it depends on the context and the amounts. It really does. And that's what makes it difficult for people to kind of figure out what they need to eat on their own, because it's all about, well, what did you eat for lunch, and what did you eat for breakfast, and then what are you eating tomorrow? And it's balancing all that out that's key. It's not a restriction on, you can't have avocados, period. Something like that isn't the best way to do it, but people sell it that way because it's simple.
You mentioned earlier about the metabolism, and individuals' metabolism adapting to the changes that take place. Obviously, that's going to be gradual, right? Is there any way that the individual will know that these changes are beginning to take place?
Beyond weight loss, you're going to feel your energy level go up when you work out. And that's the great thing about when you increase your activity level, you change your metabolism for the better. And most people, if you have a lack of energy, the biggest cure for that is to go and work out. And it seems completely contradictory, but every single one of my clients and pretty much anybody in fitness says the more you work out, the more energy level you're going to have. But, the key to that is nutrition and rest and balance, so that you're not overtraining. But most people have a big growth in energy level.
That's, folks hearing that, especially this time of the morning, we're going, all right, I want to find out more about that too. The metabolism then, as we said, it's gradual. They will begin to gradually feel it and so forth. This becomes a lifetime sort of thing, I would think.
Yeah, it does. And, over your lifetime, your metabolism is going to naturally slow down.
Sure.
And there's a number of reasons for that. But wherever you're at, you can make a pretty significant change. So The difficulty is when you're trying to restrict calories at the same time that you're trying to up your energy level, because your body is going to fight that. When you restrict calories, your body is immediately going to start cannibalizing itself. It's going to try and eat its muscle and fat. And if you don't do things right, you're going to lose a lot of muscle. And muscle is part of what keeps that metabolism high. Lean body mass is the #1 key to keeping your activity level high. Now, when you do things like resistance training or cardio or whatever it is, you get a benefit from that because of the increased activity level that lasts several hours. But if people have an idea that you're going to lose weight, you can just lose weight by working out more, that's not necessarily true. Each session you may burn 100 to 200 calories, but that's not even a candy bar. That's not even half of a cheeseburger. You can't work out a bad diet. You have to do the diet along with the workouts.
Boy, that's a great credo to have. You can't work out a bad diet.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is great. Nick Childress with us from Get Fit with Nick. It's personal gym training is his business. And from what you've heard, and you want to get involved with Nick, it's very easy to do. What's your phone number?
It's 430-8089. That's 430-8089. You can also reach me on the web at privategymtraining.com. Again, what I specialize in is weight loss. It's one-on-one personal training in a private gym. It's just you. You get the gym to yourself, listen to your music, no waiting for equipment. And if that's the kind of environment that you want to work out in, then definitely give me a call.
That sounds great. Nick, we'll talk to you next Wednesday.
All right, thank you.